Hello, shalom, shalom. Nubian King here once again. Got another juicy one for you. We talking about that the pipeline Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2 that was blown up over there in the Baltic Sea. I got some points for you. I've been doing some research. I got some information that you may not be aware of. So before we get into it, talking about blowing that pipe up over there, leaking all that methane gas and everything to the atmosphere. All right, before we get to going, go ahead and hit the subscribe button because you're going to be tuned in to this. You're going to be real caught up on listening to this information I want to share with you about Ukraine, Russia, America, this pipe money. All right, so hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and do it right now. And hit the like button. So in case those people that's hear about me and want to find me, because you hit the like button, YouTube will push it up so it'll be easy for those people to find me. Also, hit the bell. All right, smash that bell now. Hey, go ahead and help me out. Do it for me. I do it for you. All right, and hit all notifications so when I do drop them, you can get them. But today we getting deep into this pipe getting blowed up, and I want to update you on some more inside things about Russia, America, and the New World Order and what's taking place. Okay, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. I need that. I appreciate it. Also, I was asked by one of my listeners, do I accept donation? Absolutely. On that main page, just over there to the right, where you subscribe, where you see the banner on my main page, the home page, just to the right, you see the little pretty blue PayPal button. You can click on that button and boom, and the link come over to PayPal, where you can shoot me any kind of donation you write. $1, $1 million. I love it all, and I'm gonna tell you in advance for any donation. I thank you from the depths of my soul. Okay. All right, so let's get into this here pipeline situation that just got blowed up over here on the 26th of September. All right, now I want to just want to blast this in your ears right quick. I know the Western media is spinning this narrative that Russia's got a draft going. They want 300,000 soldiers. And I know I've been seeing the video. They showing you all video footage of Russia just snatching up people, talking about you got to go fight. That's a bold-faced lie, and a lot of that footage, old footage, don't have nothing to do with no draft. It is absolutely not a draft that Russia got. What Putin did, he called up 300,000 reservists, men and women that's already been in the military, already trained and skilled and know what they're doing. That's who he pulled up. Okay? I want you to know that right off the rip, that you're being lied to. American media is nothing but lies. Just like that black girl that's whatever, that sound like she got a man name up there with the funny hairdo. Black girl, Jean Paul, whatever. Ask her about the pipeline get blowed up, and first thing she get to talking about some yin yang gang and some whatever. So they lying to you. Now I'm gonna tell you the truth. What's happening here? Number one, you watching the New World Order being unfolded right before your very eyes, and the internal collapse of Western power, America. Right? That's what's happening. A New World Order has already unfolded before your very eyes, and the same structure of leadership, power, and authority that we've been used to, governments heading up things, that ain't what they striving to do. Also, update for you: Russia launched a massive attack inside of Ukraine, destroying aircraft that was left, and a number of American weapons. First of all, I didn't know Ukraine had no aircraft. Did you? I mean, I ain't never heard nothing about the Ukraine aircraft, fighter pilot, or nothing getting shot down. I heard a while ago that they had some aircraft, but they didn't have nobody to fly them. Whatever, Russia launched a massive attack inside of Ukraine, and they were destroying a number of American weapons, right? And Congress is definitely guilty of giving more aid to Ukraine, in addition to the $80 billion that they've already spent on Ukraine. And Russia, Vladimir Putin, stated a few days ago that in the 7-8 months that they've been at this thing, they've only spent about $6 billion. Did you hear what I said? Russia says that they have spent only about $6 billion in this conflict, over this war, whatever you want to call it. And America done sent over 80 billion to Ukraine. Now that's right there, a whole report in itself about this money and the corruption and who corrupt the Biden administration, and Ukraine being a puppet country that Victoria Nuland during the Obama administration helped overthrow the government and put in a puppet government so they can watch their ill-gotten gain launder their money to that. And so here it is, Putin said $6 billion that they done spent, and America done already threw over 80 billion. You getting close to $100 billion that they done dumped into Ukraine. And you got all this drama that's going on inside of America. All these people that need help inside of America. And you ain't need to spend no $80 billion to help these people. But if you all don't know right now, your American government don't give a flying flip about you. I don't know what kind of rock you still stand under out there in Las Vegas. Do you know that, are you aware that your United States government gives Ukraine $1.2 billion every month? That's just like a monthly stipend. Yeah, $1.2 billion every month. So that's 1.2 times 12 that they getting every year. And still, Putin says they only spent about $6 billion in the 7-8 months they've been at this. $6 billion. In America, I'm put over 80 billion out there that you don't know who got the money. You don't know where the money come from. You don't know what they doing with the money. They tell you one thing, you know, by now, if you sitting up listening to some White House press secretary lie to you, and you siphoning all your information off of CNN and mainstream news media, Fox, you really don't understand what's going on this world. If that's where you're getting your information from, CNN? Seriously? Okay, since you've been watching CNN, then you tell me who blew the pipes up. Oh, wait a minute, hold it. Let me back that up a little bit. Since you've been watching CNN, how did the pipe start leaking? Oh, Vladimir Putin blew them up. $1.2 billion that they've given Ukraine every single 30 days without fail. It's like on automatic, boop, transfer. And you say Vladimir Putin blew the pipes up. I'm gonna prove to you how America did it. I got my research in. Now, you mean to tell me, with the crime wave that's sweeping across America, that your government is so focused on helping Ukraine by giving them money that nobody in America can get no help like that? $80 billion? U.S. blew the pipe up. That's how the pipe got blowed up. Now, you all can say Putin is evil, wicked, corrupt. You all can go right along with CNN and parrot the same talking point. Putin started an unprovoked war with Ukraine. Y'all don't know no history of Ukraine and Russia. Just like I didn't. I'm learning this as I go too. You know, I'm learning because I'm studying, doing research, listening to a whole bunch of information. And I'm learning too. I didn't know Russia was that doggone resource rich, and they was selling that much energy and coal and flour and grains and all kind of other stuff they pumping out. Steady making billions. And you can say Putin is wicked and corrupt and all that, but one thing for certain, the man ain't stupid. Because that pipeline brought great wealth into the Russian economy, a lot of power, and one thing you may not have thought of is incredible leverage over other countries. Like, you got these countries that's buying this gas because they can't get it from nowhere else. Okay, and they apply sanction on you. That gas is leverage. Okay, I tell you what, I'm gonna just turn this gas off right here till we can come to a conclusion about these sanctions. You know, you don't get no gas till we, lift them sanctions. Cause Russia got the tap now. He could turn the spigot on and off. If he wants you to have some gas, turn it on. Don't want you to have no gas, turn it off. Just that simple. And so when I tell you that the pipeline, right, is needed because winter is coming, right? So America is spinning it up, talking about, Putin blew the pipeline up. Now they can tell you all that because you don't know nothing about the pipeline. But let me share some things with you about the pipeline. First of all, physically, and you have to understand this so you'll know this ain't just no, fly by night incident where something happened, it's an accident. Both major pipeline blew up. No. Both major pipeline had an accident, and now they leaking natural gas into the ocean and going up in the atmosphere. That's methane. It's just like when you say cow fart, and so many cow fart and mess up, that's what's happening. Right now, 2 square miles around each pipe is just full of methane gas leaking out into the atmosphere. All right, now America lied and said the pipes weren't being used. The pipe was full of fuel. Nord Stream 1 packed full of fuel. Nord Stream 2, the German citizen was begging the German government to turn it on because winter coming, and they need that gas. Now, the pipe itself physically, the metal pipe, the actual pipe was 4 centimeters. It's 4 centimeters of solid steel. 4 centimeters, like 1.6 inches of solid steel, encased with 11 centimeters of concrete and steel reinforced. So the 4 centimeter pipe, 1.6 inches, is encased in 11 centimeter of concrete and steel. Now that 4 centimeter section of pipe weighs 11 tons. All right. Now you figure that's probably about 40 feet, 50 feet of pipe, right? But when they add the concrete and steel reinforcement concrete to protect the pipe, it could get up to 24, 25 tons of pipe. Then they weld it all together, encase it, do what they do. And the reason why is those pipes down there are basically can withstand anything. And another thing that you have to understand why they build these pipes so incredibly strong is to protect the pipes from ship anchors. Yeah, ship anchors. Those big massive anchors like be on an aircraft carrier, cruise ship, when they let them down in the ocean. Sometimes it's been accident. They had daggone chain broke in the pipe and the anchor went on down and slammed on the bottom of the ocean. Where they test those pipes down there with them anchors falling from the ship and landing on the pipe. Okay? And so that concrete and steel encasing protects the pipe from them ship anchors. If they fall off or either they let them down and for whatever reason they hit the pipe, they protect it from that. So ain't no earthquake gonna come along and shake the pipes loose. Okay? Now, Germany emphatically said that the West, they pointed the finger at the West, and Germany is saying it was not an accident. And EU is saying it's 100% chance of this not being an accident, that it was actually sabotaged by the West. Why they saying the West and not Ukraine? Because of the fact that the level of skill and technology it would take to blow those pipes up, only the West was able to pull it off. And why not Russia? Why not Vladimir Putin? What Russia wouldn't blow those pipes up? First and foremost, the daggone pipeline was built by Russia. They spent $11 billion building the pipe and years constructing them. Then that gas that Russia was selling Europe constituted a major portion of the Russian economy. So they depended on that gas sale heavily. Now, I know you say Putin is evil, unprovoked war, whatever like that, but the man ain't stupid. I mean, why would you spend $11 billion building a pipeline and years building it, and it's making you billions and billions of dollars every damn second, and you go and blow it up? And it don't hurt nobody but you. And them people down line that need that gas, they gonna freeze to death. Why would you do that? You wouldn't do that. So who would be more prone to do something like that? The American government. Why? Because you all don't know that the same day they blew the pipes up, and hold on, let me go back and tell you how they did it. Okay, my sources said that they asked military intelligence sources, how were these pipes blown up? They said two different ways, two different potential. Number one, Navy SEALs could have went down and did it off a sub, planted remote detonators, explosive, and detonated remotely. He said, but they probably wouldn't do it like that because you got so many new technology with underwater drones and everything. Could have planted those explosive devices and blew them pipes to smithereen. But at the same time, if NATO did any kind of small investigation, if they use drones, then the drone fragment, you can see, hey, the drone. And then you can easily determine it was America. But they're not going to do no investigation because they know who blew the pipes up. That same woman, Victoria Nuland, that worked under the Obama administration to overthrow the Ukrainian government to install a puppet government, she told them, if Russia attacked Ukraine, they're going to end that pipeline one way or another. And Biden here, he just said the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, why? You can't imagine the billions of dollars that's made off selling that gas. You can't imagine it, right? That happened on September 26th when they blew it up. Do you know the same day that they blew up the pipeline, they announced the opening of a new pipe running from Poland through Denmark over into Germany. It's a U.S. back. This pipeline is backed by the U.S. Coming from Poland through Denmark over into Germany. U.S. backed pipeline. They announced that pipe was starting up the same day, September 26th, that they bombed the doggone Nord Stream 2 coming out of Russia. Man, please. Y'all got to know this here stuff. All right? And then the Western media, they immediately tried to blame it on Putin. And then they use a picture. See, this how these people, you see, they think we are so superiorly stupid and dumb. They use a picture from a magazine named The Telegraph that Putin took in 2015. He was on a little submarine. It was taking some reporters out in the Black Sea for another whole situation. This is 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 7 years ago. This old picture they pulled up and feeding to the American people and said, yeah, Putin could have did it. And then he had another one in 2013, a whole separate photo above the little Russian sub, right? And then you say now he spent $11 billion. Russia spent $11 billion in years to build this pipe, and they're gonna blow it up. But if you want to turn the pipe off and don't get them no gas, hell, Russia got the spigot, just turn the spigot off. Don't go mess up the whole infrastructure. No. Why would America want to blow it up? Because they introduced a new pipeline running from Poland through Denmark over into Germany the very same day on the 26th that they blew that pipe up. Now, the Swedish government, they're seismologists, and they have these, measuring devices out there all across the ocean, water, whatever, that they scanning for earthquake. Where the seismologists, these activists, they said that they noticed a 1.9 on the Richter scale explosion. And then the other one was 2.3, right? They said both of these explosions took place within minutes of each other. And it wasn't no earthquake. And then they put the graph up that you can see. 1.9 for one and 2.3 on the other. And what was the purpose of America doing this? Is to cut off the supply to Europe and destroy the European economy. And allies of the U.S., they now saying that the U.S. is responsible for carrying out the largest eco-terrorism in the history of the world by destroying a pipeline in the Baltic Sea. That's what allies. You hear me? I'm telling you, allies of America. These are the nations who's in bed with America are saying that the U.S. is responsible for carrying out the largest eco-terrorism in the history of the world by destroying the pipeline in the Baltic Sea, because that methane gas is killing all of that sea life that's out there right now. And then going up in the atmosphere, making this even an unlivable planet. And that's why they say eco-terrorism, because of the fact the ecology, the life is negatively impacted by what America did. But now here you go, the bullshit, along with this other bullshit I done shared with you. Do you know the CIA warned Germany of a planned attack of the pipeline? Yep. How does the CIA know that somebody's gonna blow that pipeline up? How many people could have done something like that? The military intelligence said Navy SEAL, no, but with the technology, the submarine, nuclear sub, and the doggone underwater drones supported by the ships, boom, easy blow it up. And that pipe was designed to withstand just about everything, so they knew they had to use big bombs. Big bomb. That's why the Sweden seismologists, they sent an explosion. 1.9 on the Richter scale, 2.3, right? And they was explosion. God Almighty. Anyway, man, it's terrible. German officials said that was sabotage. This is United States of America, run around telling the world, hey, you got to do this, you got to do that. We the people, you need to be like us. We democracy, we know what to do. Human rights violation. Y'all doing it. And they the one that had the slaves. Ain't that something? The slave catchers and some of the most vile people is telling the world what they need to do. Can you imagine that? And it'd be like that. Have you noticed that it's like some of the worst people in the world always have position of power and authority and all the money, and they just be effing with people. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you a little story. My eldest son experienced when he was coming back into Israel from the States. He was up there at Ben Gurion Airport going through security, and this little Israeli girl was just hassling him. She was just wicked, just evil as hell. Why? Because she was doing the extra screening, the pat down, the question, and the yada yada yada, and the thither. And that biatch saw that this boy was Israeli special forces in the service. He ranked more than her in the service. He got more experience than her in the service. He was in the war up there in Lebanon in the service. And this biatch, she saw his record. You know, because when you coming through Ben Gurion Airport, all you do is run your ID, everything about you, significant, insignificant, come up on the screen. She knew who that boy was. Israeli Special Forces, sharpshooter. That's what he was. You know what I'm saying? So she didn't have no run-of-the-mill individual there at the airport. And he done fought in the war for this country. And that little heifer asked all kind of wacky questions and held him up for 20 minutes or so. Yeah, she did that. And see, one thing over here, when you serve in the Israeli military, that carries a lot of weight. A lot of weight. I know his mother, many times, she done been places trying to get stuff done. She go back with him in the uniform and all his stuff on him, doors open right up. And it don't make no difference. You black, white, green, or yellow. You serve in the military, they look at you, your rank, see what you did. What can I do for you? What you need? She said she came to do the business, and they turned around to him, asked him, what do you need? Like she wasn't even there. Because all these people, service in Israel is mandatory. You already know when you get out of high school, you're going to either Army, Air Force, Navy, Marine. That's a part of your life. Forget all that. I don't know what I'm doing. No, you're going to do that. And so not only he do it, he excel. All 6 of my children served in the military. My baby girl is serving right now, you know. And this little heifer harassed the brother so much, man. He told me about it. And you know what? You know what's funny? She was in her shift. So he was her last, citizen come through the line. And see, coming in Israel, you got 2 different lines. You got Israeli citizen line, and then you got international, everybody else. Well, he came through the Israeli citizen because he's a citizen, just like me. We all citizens, dual citizenship. I got American citizenship, and I got Israeli citizenship. And all of us that same way. You know, we got American passport, Israeli passport. For those of you all that travel, you know the American passport currently, and I say it like that, is the most powerful passport in the world. But America keep on with this bullshit, they gonna get off that. You know, people gonna be turning their backs on them. And just like I told you, American allies said America blew the pipe up. You're supposed to read in between that. If these are American allies, these are American countries that are friends with America, do business with America, support America, they're going to stand with America on everything. The one thing about the other people, you got to understand, when you dirty, don't too many people want to hang with you, especially they know you dirty. And so it's American allied nations are saying America blew the damn pipe up. And so that means that, you see, they don't look at their people the same way Americans do. The U.S. government had already proved it don't give a shit about you. You can be white all you want. You can be black all you want. The U.S. government don't give a shit about you. And nobody else. And then when America allies and other nations see what America do, guess what they start thinking about? How America had the slaves. And if you think these people don't think about that, you're a damn fool. Because if you're a nasty, dirty dude, and you trying to do right, you'll get a break. People say, okay, you trying to clean his act up, let's give him a break. But the moment you do something dirty, all of your dirty history comes back to play. So if America got their allies pointing their fingers at them, saying, y'all did that, then they're going to say, you had slaves, you got Jim Crow, you turned the black people around at the border and you accepted the white people. You got drug addicts all over Kingston Avenue. You got homelessness everywhere. You got more black people in your prison than we have in our whole country. And you got the people trying to get on drugs and opium. You're lying and cheating. Your corporation ain't did business right. You done blocked certain people and you done heads up the supply chain. You wicked. And see, all that's going to come. And then all them allies going to turn their back on America because them allies ain't did the stuff America's on record for doing. And then you got to understand, now that the allies see America blew the daggone pipe up, That means it's getting winter in Germany and those other nations, and America crippled those people's source of heat for themselves. And those same allies see that. I ain't the smartest person in the world. I damn sure ain't the dumbest. But hell, who can't read between that? That America blew them pipes up, and now them people gonna be struggling to get gas? No, wait a minute. We got another pipe for you that America backs. You might well say America owned. They heavily invested into it. All them heathens, Bill Gates and all them wicked sons of bitches and all the government members and everybody that knew that other pipeline was being built, what did they do? Buy stocks like a mofo on them. Soon as they turn that on, boom, stock price go up. Y'all got to know who you dealing with. You dealing with master deceivers. You dealing with masters of mendacity. You dealing with word technicians. You dealing with master thieves, master liars. You know what I'm saying? Master murderers. So you can't come at them with some rookies. These guys are admiral criminals, 5-star general criminals. So you can't send no lieutenant out there to deal with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? You got to have you a 5-star general or a 6-star general of righteousness to deal with these bandits. You dealing with a master devil, you got to have a double up master angel to deal with these heathens. They don't give a crap. If you don't know how they function by now in 2022, you better run, stick your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye. Because you gone. Because you out here living on the world, you don't have a clue as to what's really going on. Sad state of affairs, because you busy running around looking at easy stuff on the mind. You don't want to listen to Nubian King break down that to you. Because it's scary. I know it's scary. I mean, if you knew the military buildup that's taking place right now on the border of Russia, you'd be scared. But I'm telling you again, they ain't going to no nuclear war. They talking all that bullshit. Every one of these bandits know the repercussion of nuclear bomb flying through there. Ain't nobody gonna win. Nobody win in a full-scale nuclear war. You know what I'm saying? You drop a nuclear bomb, 300-mile radius crater, 2,000 miles, fall out. Man, please. Don't nobody win. America ain't from one end to the other, just over 3,000 miles. I know I drove tractors and trailers all across America, coming out of Washington State with those big red apples, all the way over to Pennsylvania. You can drop 2-3 nuclear bombs across America. Ain't no America. Because America is actually, 6-8 cities. Miami, New York, Chicago, D.C., L.A., San Francisco, Houston, Atlanta. That's 8 cities right there. 8 nuclear bombs, them cities is wiped out. Now all the rest of that little shit, them little towns in between, the nuclear radiation to get them. So all you need is 8 nuclear bombs. If you're dealing with a country like Russia with 300, you see what I'm saying? And they don't tell how many Americans got in here. Israel. Israel got a nuclear program they have never told nobody nothing about. Don't nobody know what Israel got. And you know, Israel and America bad partners. But before I go, you got to know, they just spotted a few days ago off the coast of Alaska, Russian and Chinese warship rolling together side by side. Y'all don't know that, do you? Oh boy, y'all thought that was gonna slip by me, huh? A few days ago, America spotted Russian and Chinese warship rolling out together up there in Alaska, off the coast of Alaska. Because you know, it ain't but 8 miles between Alaska and Russia. Did you know that's how close it is? 8 miles? Or is it 80? No, I think it's 8 miles. It's so close up there, you damn near throw a rock across there to Russia. Yeah, Russia and Alaska. I think it's 8 miles. What they say, was it 8 miles or 80 miles? You can check it out. But it's hella close. You know what I'm saying? It's hella close. You can stack all type of military equipment there, right there on the tip of Russia. In Russia, America can't do nothing about it. Nothing. Because it's Russia. It's Russian sovereign territory. They can put all kind of equipment there. And at the same time, America can stack all kind of equipment in Russia, in Alaska, which I'm pretty sure they've done. You know what I'm saying? You've been heard. I'm sure heard plenty of time of